Hi guys, it's Raven Scry. This morning I went on a nice forest walk, and as I walked I just could feel the storm brewing overhead, and yet it was giving me this peaceful feeling. And when I got back, the rain began, and as it did, so did the thunder and all the white cockatoos that you can hear squawking. I picked up a recorder to give you an idea of the sound and just how raucous they can be. So where I live in southeast of Melbourne, Australia, there's just heaps of these guys around all the time, and particularly when the storms are brewing or as the sun's going down, they tend to just, all start calling and squawking, and it's very loud. But also quite magical as well, and unique, and beautiful birds. So I just felt to share a little snippet of them with you. So today I've decided, as requested by a dear subscriber who's been here pretty much since the beginning of the channel, like a year and a half-ish. He was there in the very early days, and he requested that I do a reading on MATIC. So interestingly, last year, about September, I did a video on MATIC, and I think at that time the price was about 4 cents. But for some reason, it wouldn't upload. And I tried and I tried. I think I tried quite a few times, but then I just felt like Spirit was somehow blocking me sharing this video about MATIC. So for some reason, they just didn't want me to be sharing that video. So it's a shame. And I often think about that video and just think, oh, damn, 4 cents to where are we now? $2.22 US. And it's also interesting because as I'm recording this, the counter on the screen is also showing me a 222, and then another part of one of my sample files is also giving me a 222. So there's a lot of 222s coming in to this reading today. So with all that said, the price today, as of Friday, the 7th of Jan, 2022, is $2.22. So there's another 22. Okay. So in my last video, there was a reference to an eagle creating circles and infinity patterns in the sky. If you can remember, it was just the last one on the list if you'd like to have a look. And this prompted this request for the reading on MATIC because it was brought to my attention that there'd been a remote viewing session, and it was relating to circles and infinity symbols in connection with a great success of MATIC in 2022. So just to note, if I'm saying MATIC and then Polygon, I'm aware it's Polygon now, but MATIC was its old name. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking, oh, she's got it wrong. Okay, so let's get into it. As I connect in with Polygon now, connect in with Spirit and ask anything that needs to be shared or offered in regards to how it's going to do in 2022. Now, it's interesting, the sort of imagery sometimes that Spirit gives me. Now, I'm seeing what looks to be like a large cog, and it feels very foundational in nature. It's like it's lying flat on the earth, very solid. And there is this feeling coming through as I connect to this cog that feels very weighted in its energy. It's like something is holding it down. And although it's moved a lot in price over the last year, it just has this weight in the feeling that's coming through. Now, in the way it's resonating, it's like I'm getting a sense of very conservative. There's a very conservative, level-headed nature around this energy, and the way that it moves. There's a very steady feeling. It's like patient and timely and quite solid. And now they're showing me this cog, but it's like they've flipped it to be standing up. And it's like a Ferris wheel. It's like it's turned into a Ferris wheel. So instead of being flat on the earth, it's now standing up and become this turning Ferris wheel. And it feels like this is to do with a change that is possibly going to occur with its functionality. Now, I'm also taken into this scene with this Ferris wheel, and it's like a fairground. And as I look around, I notice that it's nighttime, and it's reminding me of a video that I did a while ago, and it was in connection to Zilliqa, and there was also mention of Elon Musk in this video. It was quite a way back, but I'll link it in the description if it has some sort of connection that they're trying to get to here. It also feels to me like it's got some reference to a connection with payments. So Spirit talks about change for the project, large growth, and they take me now to the top of this Ferris wheel, and now I'm looking over the expanse, which feels as though it's like I'm looking across the landscape after achieving these great heights, reflecting. There's a real sense of reflection in the way that this is coming through. Now, I also note that it is still nighttime, and I feel that this is in some way referring to the stage of the crypto cycle. Now, I ask Spirit, is there anything to be shared about the team involved with MATIC? And they show me the connection to one of the team, which is the main leader of this vision of Polygon. And I keep switching Polygon to MATIC. There's something in that because it's weird the way it's happening. It's like the resonance of these different names is taking me into different places, so there may be some particular reason that that's happening. Anyway, just to speak to that. But getting back to this prominent leader in the Polygon project, it's like as I connect to his energy, he's created a great deal of success with his vision, and his energy feels like he has an inclination to separate himself from the rest of the team. Now, Spirit points out that there's a need for him to not disconnect as he does. Now, this is quite energetic in the way that it's being shown. And as I connect to this place he goes, it's like it can be a bit egoic, but also very idealistic. And it's like he's in his own world and he works in his own world. And that's largely where his gifts lie. So it's part of his makeup and his character. But that can get a little bit out of hand. And it's like he becomes separated. And this trait could make Polygon lose a little bit of its foundation and stagnate in some ways. So this prominent male figure that is involved in MATIC really needs to keep himself in balance, Spirit's pointing out to me. So as I connect to Polygon, I'm hearing April as being very positive and significant. Now I'm also hearing financial growth, success and freedom, and a chance to fly is the words they give me. Now, as I ask for any high points, I'm hearing Centennial Edition, and this makes me think of silver coins. This is where it's taking my mind to these silver coins. Now, I also hear golden growth, golden ratio 618. Now connecting to things to watch for, and I'm hearing deceased estate, and they show me an old house. And in this house, there's all this silverware, and they're showing me all these forks. Now, I feel like they've taken this back to the Centennial Edition, and this silver connection in some way they're referring to. So any last words? I'm hearing high growth, high demand, and future success. Now, I'm going to check in back closer to April, but I am hearing fast growth. And so I'm feeling there's good, positive things to come even if we go into more of a stagnant sideways market. I'm feeling like it's got huge amounts of strength, this project. So I'm going to leave it there with Polygon, MATIC today. And if you've got any reflections about the project or anything that's come to mind from what's been given, often you guys can come up with all sorts of information that you know already that connects, that I may not be aware of. So if we work together in this way, it can be quite amazing. Please note that none of this is financial advice and to follow your own heart and intuition. Now, if you're enjoying these videos, please hit the like and subscribe and share them with whoever you feel would benefit. Take care until next time. Raven Scry signing off.